The first seat, yes.
All rise. The Honorable Roger L. Gregory, Chief Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. Oyez, oyez, oyez. All persons having any manner or form of business for the Honorable the United States Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit are admonished to draw nigh and give their attention. For the court is now sitting. God save the United States and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your Virginia Museum of History and Culture. I'm going to ask you, this is a great exercise, to rise again, please. We'll do this a few times. I'll ask that you please remain standing for the performance of our national anthem, sung by Dr. Lisa Edwards-Burrs.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Again, I welcome you. My name is Jamie Bosket. I have the privilege of serving as president and CEO of the Virginia Museum of History and Culture, and it is truly my honor to welcome you and all those watching us online today to your State History Museum and to this exceptionally special ceremony as we celebrate our nation's 247th birthday. Today, 75 people from 36 countries all across the globe will officially become the newest citizens of the United States of America. We are gathered this morning in the oldest cultural organization in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Founded nearly 200 years ago, and still today, the only history organization entirely dedicated to saving and sharing the story of Virginia and its people. Some 14 million historical artifacts are stored within the building where we are gathered today, making this one of the largest and finest history collections in our nation. These tangible reminders of our past are essential for our remembering of where we've come from, and with thoughtful reflection, they guide us forward to continued progress. It is through perspective, it is through empathy, best learned through the study of history, that we become better neighbors and we form a stronger community together. I hope that you'll take the time either today as we celebrate your citizenship and American independence, or sometime soon to explore all that this wonderful museum has to offer. Through the end of this year, you can explore a very special exhibition called Apollo, When We Went to the Moon. This marquee exhibition will help you learn the dramatic history of our journey to the moon some 60 years ago, and then getting us back to the moon again, and this time to stay for a while. and you will learn the outsized role that Virginia and Virginians played in this world-changing history. We celebrate you all in your impressive accomplishment of getting to this ceremony today. We here at the museum are also celebrating on this special holiday the launch of a major 3-year initiative to lead Virginia and the nation in marking the 250th anniversary of American independence. Who here remembers the bicentennial, the 200th anniversary? Quite a few, right? Did you realize that just 3 years' time we'll be at the 250th? This is a once-in-a-generation moment that brings with it countless opportunities for celebration, reflection, and I would say aspiration as a nation and as a people. To kick off this initiative, we are so proud to announce that our longtime partners, the John Marshall Center for Constitutional History and Civics, as of today, is now officially a part of your State History Museum. This is a rare merger of two beloved organizations to create an innovative new civics education center that will revolutionize the way we teach civics here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. This is all intended to empower both history and civics to work together to inspire and to educate current and future generations of Virginians and Americans. Adding to all of this, our new focus on civics is a new initiative over the next 3 years that will include 2 major exhibitions about America's founding and we the people, who we have become over these 250 years, as well as a series of special programs and events. And we do all of this. We do all this because, simply put, we must embrace this historic moment, extraordinary in our lifetime, and act upon it by together renewing our commitment to the unfinished pursuit of a more perfect union. We're exercising that very much so today. Our American experiment is unique in human history, let us not forget. A government of laws and not of individuals, a government by the people and for the people, founded on the self-evident truth that all are created equal and endowed with those universal rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In our first 2.5 centuries as a nation, and through the determination of its people, and with the unlimited capacity for reinvention and renewal, we have progressed in our journey, working to fulfill through struggle and sacrifice the promise of our founding for all Americans. We are a work in progress. We're hopeful work worth doing, work worth celebrating and commemorating, as we do today and as we will over these next several years. Again, we are so proud of being able to lead this effort. We are so proud also to be celebrating with all of you today, and especially our citizens. As we proceed with today's most special ceremony, I'd like to offer a few special words of thanks. First, our deep gratitude to the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services for their lasting partnership. Also, our appreciation goes to the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia and the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. And I'm also most pleased to offer our collective gratitude to the Honorable Chief Judge Roger Gregory. Without his thoughtful support and his passion for this very exercise and this holiday in this nation, we wouldn't be able to gather and to proceed with today's ceremony. So thank you. I extend our thanks also to Virginia's District 2 chapters of the National Daughters of the American Revolution, who've helped us so wonderfully today. I'd like to recognize the Board of Trustees of this wonderful institution that have been stewards of this place and its collection for some 200 years. Today, represented by our chairman, Richard Cullen. Thank you, sir. I'd also finally like to recognize all the wonderful staff and the volunteers, especially here at the museum, that you've seen buzzing around all day and will continue to do so to make this a very special holiday for us all. If we could, a collective round of applause. And last but not least, I'd like to recognize the generous support for today's event from the Bob and Melinda Sled Independence Day and Citizenship Fund. Our special thanks to our friends Bob and Melinda. It is now my pleasure to introduce Assistant United States Attorney John Lucier to present today's candidates for citizenship.
Good morning, Judge Gregory, candidates, and all. My name is John Lucier. I'm an Assistant United States Attorney for the United States Attorney's Office from the Eastern District of Virginia, and I'm here today on behalf of the United States government. And Your Honor, on behalf of the United States government, it is my pleasure to present these 75 applicants from 36 countries who have been approved for United States citizenship. And in addition to taking the oath of allegiance, there is one applicant petitioning for a name change. Your Honor, each applicant has been personally examined under oath by a designated officer from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. Each one has demonstrated an understanding of the English language, knowledge and understanding of the fundamentals of history, and the principles and form of the government of the United States. Each one has been found to be a person of good moral character, attached to the principles of the Constitution of the United States, and well-disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States. And now, with the court's permission, I would like to call the applicants by country of origin. Candidates, when your country's name is called, please stand and remain standing until you are invited to be seated. Afghanistan. Bhutan. And hold applause until the very end, please. Bhutan. Bolivia, Bosnia, Brazil, Canada, China, Colombia, Congo, the Dominican Republic, Ecuador, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Ghana, Guatemala, Honduras, India, Iran, Jamaica, Liberia, Mexico, Moldova, Morocco, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, Panama, Peru, the Philippines, Russia, Samoa, Turkey, Ukraine, the United Kingdom, Venezuela, and Vietnam. And please remain standing. Your Honor, I now move that the court grant the name change for the person petitioning for a name change. And I ask the court to administer the oath of allegiance to our new citizens.
Mr. Lucier, your motion is granted. Now, would you please raise your right hand? And your programs might help you a little bit with the oath because I'm going a little longer passages. So if you have those, that will be helpful. I ask you collectively, are you prepared to take the oath of allegiance? Then, you've had your hand raised. Please repeat after me. I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by law, that I will perform non-combatant services in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God. Congratulations. You may be seated. Jamie, thank you so much for this beautiful institution, how you have been such a great caretaker, a visionary who will lead to that bicentennial soon, in 3 years. And to all that are here that helped to make this day wonderful and purposeful. You know, I guess I'll never be at the United Nations or have any kind of a particular role. Maybe this is the closest I'll ever come, but it is beautiful to see at least 36 of our countries in the world. And more importantly, you become our fellow citizens. So let me be the first to congratulate you, my fellow Americans. And I want you to remember that. You are our fellow Americans. It doesn't matter whether you've been an American citizen for 100 years or 100 minutes. The cloak and all of those things that come with it, and the protection, and hopefully the embrace of other fellow Americans will be with you always. You know, I must say, if you allow me some personal privilege, I've done this ceremony now, I think, Jamie, this may be the 6th or 7th time. Today will be the last time as Chief Judge of the 4th Circuit. Oh, I like that. I love that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Bless you. Bless you. That was nice. I've never gotten it. Oh, yeah. No, it's a 7-year term. And I've finished. 7 is the number of completion. And they got it about right. You know, it's a wonderful opportunity. But God willing, I hope to be able to continue the service as a circuit court judge, and if invited and impressed in service, I certainly would do that. Let me say this, that the fact that you are being sworn in on the 4th of July at this wonderful repository of Virginia and United States history, that even makes it even more special. But here we celebrate that wonderful day, July 4th, 1776, when we call it the Declaration of Independence, but listen to what you probably know better than most Americans. The official name of that document is this, I love it. The official document is the unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. Unanimous. And didn't call themselves colonies. They said, no, we're the 13 United States. See, we say that so often, rolling through, we lose the significance of its parts. The unanimous Declaration of the United States. We say that as one noun, but that's what? Right? It's the adjective. United States of America. Remember that. That's how we proceed, and that's our faith and our obligation moving forward. Those 56 people who signed that document. Another thing we forget, we think they were in a ceremony like this, signed a document like that. It was nice. But do you realize that everyone who signed that document, given their real name, not an AKA, otherwise known as, they were admitting to treason because we were subject to English rule. And they were speaking against the crown and denouncing independence, but they signed their name. Another teaching moment here is sometimes for the cause of freedom and justice, you have to sign your name. Stand forward. That is a part of citizenship in our democracy. And we are to keep our democracy. We need your voices. We need your industry, your creativity to build new things, to make a new life or what you want to do in part of contributing to this body of this nation. So you inspire me. You inspire me that fine citizens. I heard Mrs. Lucera talk about your credentials. Upstanding, law-abiding, moral character. You inspire us that people, good people like you, want to be citizens of our country. And to me, that says a lot about hope. And no matter whatever lies ahead, I am yet hopeful. I am yet hopeful because you inspire this. Now, we would be remiss if we did not recognize that those words in the document that all men are created equal, endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, among them life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And our Constitution did not fulfill that promise. But as Alexis de Tocqueville, and I encourage you to read, it's kind of long, so you may read it in parts, but it's called Democracy in America, one of the greatest works written by a Frenchman. And he went traveling through a young America in the 1820s and wrote this book. And here's what he said about America, because I believe we get stronger when we realize what we haven't done and the road together we will get to it. But this is what he said about America, very short. He said, the greatness of America lies not in it being more enlightened than any other nation. We're enlightened, but that's not where the greatness lies. He said the greatness lies in her ability to repair her faults. That's powerful. Repair her faults. And that has been the story. That is what's given vibrancy to this country and this nation, and filling those things where the weakness. And I don't say this is a negative to our country. I say that this is where, like Hemingway said, after a while, the world will break you down to sometimes. But some people manage to get strong at the broken places. And that's what our nation has done. We've gotten strong at those broken places, those faults, because we had the courage and commitment to attend to those. So those enduring words of our former generations must inform and inspire our future generation. Their words must inform and inspire our will, these enduring words. Did you know that the Liberty Bell that's in Philadelphia, it wasn't called the Liberty Bell at first. At first it was called the Independence Bell. Follow me now. Independence Bell, rightfully so, because where they met in 1776 on July 4th, it was the State House of Pennsylvania. They changed it to the Independence Hall because of what happened there. But it became known, a lot of people don't know this, as the Liberty Bell when the Abolitionist Party that was dedicated to ending slavery took it as their symbol. That's when it was called the Liberty Bell. Again, the words of the prior generation inspired the will of the ones to follow. And look, 1863 at Gettysburg, Lincoln, what did he say? 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Again, referring to the words of the prior generation and putting forth the will of the next to make those what? A new birth of freedom. So when we talk about de Tocqueville's words, he's right. Our greatness is that we were able to deal with our faults and make us stronger. And that road that we continue in that journey, that is your journey too. And I embrace that, and it's wonderful. And we are a great nation. And I believe we will continue to be a great nation, and a great nation together with all of those ideals of freedom and justice for all. And then you go further, and we talk about Normandy, the end of World War II, in 1944 in Normandy. The faith of those many men and women, mostly men, of course, on the beaches, and liberating France, and then leading to the end of World War II. But later, almost a decade later, President Eisenhower would deploy the 101st Airborne to a place called Little Rock, Arkansas, so that 9 children could attend school there. And deliberately, he used the 101st Airborne because that was the airborne division that was at Normandy. You see, the works and words of prior generations inspired new. And I look forward to what you will inspire. Justice Holmes on the Supreme Court tells a story that he was on a train, and and a young conductor came through and said, "Tickets, please. Where's your ticket? Where's your ticket?" He said, "Young man, the question is not, where is my ticket? The question is, where am I going?" You'll get that on the way home. My point is this: don't be daunted by someone always, "Where's your ticket?" Everybody's ticket is not punched. Everybody may not have the fare, but they have in their heart and a spirit of where they want to go. Don't lose track of that. Your journey is your journey, and that journey may be an inward journey. Everybody can't see what you see, but still speak to your heart. And make sure whatever that dream is, that it's big enough to include more than just you, because that's the only way you can get to your destiny. Because see, if it's just for you, that might be your desire, but when it becomes bigger, it becomes your destiny. That's what I encourage you to do. Questions: where are you going? Make this journey. Bobby Kennedy said, let's not live a life that's a poverty of satisfaction. We want to be satisfied, but we live without purpose or dignity. I know you won't do that. The ideals of freedom and equality must shine and be an incredible beacon. Brian Stevenson of the Equal Justice Initiative in Alabama, he said this. He said, the struggle for justice is a long one and continuous one. But fortunately, the balance of that struggle does not turn on the doubt and skepticism of those who doubt the power of justice, but it turns on the spirit and hope of those who still believe. I want you to be a believer, a lifetime believer, achiever. Bring all of the wealth of your experience, your tenacity, your intellect, and help us build a country that fulfills all the promise of those wonderful, enduring words on July 4th, 1776. And as I close, I want you to know that 2 things. What is genius? Trevor Roper said this about genius. He said, genius is not giving new answers. Follow me now. No, he said genius is posing new questions that time and mediocrity can resolve. You're going to have to stew on that one a little bit. But isn't that what great people always do? They ask questions that it takes time and mediocre minds to resolve. They're ahead of their times. because they see with their heart and a vision of what might be. Be courageous with your success. Be gracious with your success, but be courageous with your failure. Be patient with opportunity, as one wise person said, and be indignant with injustice. Lastly, Reinhold Niebuhr said, nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in a lifetime. Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we are saved by love. We express our love to you and the best wishes for you. And again, welcome, my fellow Americans. God bless you.
Thank you, Judge Gregory, for those inspiring words, and congratulations again to each and every one of you. It is now my honor to invite forward two of your fellow citizens who have just taken the oath. I'd like, if you would please, for Diane Leyva and Fiona Weiser to please come over to the steps and join us here on the stage. I see one. Oh, perfect. Okay. Diane is going to lead us all in saying the Pledge of Allegiance. Fiona will then follow with a personal reflection. If you would all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi there, good morning. My name is Fiona Weiser, and just to kind of share a little bit about my process and how I got here today. Fortunately, I came from the United Kingdom to American University of Virginia, no fact, so just down the road. And for me, finished those 4 years, I went back home to the United Kingdom. But in that process, I'd met my now husband. And what do? We're in two different countries. So in the next following years, my husband joined the Marine Corps and commissioned as an officer in the United States Marine Corps. With that, there was no doubt about it. I knew that there was one place I wanted to be, and that was in the United States with him. So now, fast forward a good couple of years, and now have two lovely boys, 2.5 and 7 months old. And through all the applications, all the paperwork, all the appointments, I know it's a long, arduous process, but for me to stand up here today and be with my family on this very, very special occasion for both myself and our country, it's very poignant, very emotional. But that is only my story. And I know that we also, I have my fellow 75 citizens out here and from 36 different countries is truly incredible. And I know that everyone's journey has been different. This day might mean slightly different to everyone as well, but we can all say that we'll never forget this day. So gosh, very emotional, very honored to be up here. So I appreciate it. Thank you. And just congratulations to everyone. So congratulations.
The moment you've all been waiting for. It's now time to distribute your official certificates and proof of citizenship. New citizens who are all seated here in the front, you'll be directed by row, so wait to be called. You'll then proceed out the doors to come around and enter the stage through the door to my left, to your right. You'll then cross, after having received your certificate, cross across the stage, down the steps and back to your row. I think we're ready. Are you all ready? Okay, let's do this. So our first row, if we have our ushers, will help escort you out and onto the stage.
First will be Pradeep Akarya. And we'll give a big congratulations to Pradeep. His wife is actually about to have a baby. That's why he's going first. So congratulations. Solomon Francis. Shima Paul. Najo Popolzai. Virat Kumar Desai. Dorsis Itiade Sitan. Jigme Dorshi. Naja Popolzai. Domitio Carrera. Shanika Nelson. Lady Stinson. Mabobe Rizvani. Fadna Il Ofi. Myrna Hernandez. Fatna El Ofi. Kent Tagle. Tyrone Lewis. Barakat Bubishet. Maria Balitskaya. Me Vo. Susanna Crothers. Jason Guerrero. Anastasia Raimoreva. Mohammed Ramani. Antonio Fonseca Jr. T. Wen. Maria Campos. Sign Miguel. Nina Canal. Byron Chacon. Enid Villa. Mary Hualpa. Maricela Lemus. Che Tran, Nolan Nguyen, Maria Perez, Nilamban Pandya, Persida Barrientos, Diana Leyva, Fiona Weiser, Alicia Blackwood, Jingfeng Cheng, Karima Perez, Diana Redmond, Masood Nasalraki, Namandeep Kaur, Mohammed Adli, Eladia Akbanor, Yennefer Betancourt, Raquel Dagger, Anbu Karananithi, Berta Landaverde, Angela Staniskar, Atikula Saleh, Mirsad Salihovic, Efren Jimenez, Eric Aka, Sardar Safa, Omar Romero, Maya Krichak, Chinedu Awizoke, Viral Kumal Amutia, Syed Fawad, Krishna Chikati, Yun Mu, Juan Castillo, Ana Herrera, Dora Rivera, Benedicto Marte, Callum Chalmers, Shinny Nathan, Sujoy Sarkar, Catherine Broder, Chi Nguyen, Eduardo Filho, Carla De Sandoval, and Madeline Blaine,
Congratulations. Thank you so much and congratulations. Please take your seats. Our ceremony is nearly complete, but I do hope that this is the beginning of just a very long and beautiful relationship between all of you and your State History Museum. I will note for our fellow citizens today who have taken the oath that provided in your arrival packets today, you'll find a certificate allowing you and your entire family a one-year membership to the museum, to your State History Museum. This will provide you free access to this facility, its library, and all the wonderful programs we do all year round. So we do hope that we'll see you soon and often. And to everyone here assembled, I invite you and your family to join us just outside in Commonwealth Hall immediately after our celebration here for a little celebration cake, lemonade and some patriotic music, and just a wonderful moment of fellowship and celebration for both our nation and for our fellow citizens. I hope you'll also take advantage of some fun activities taking place here at the museum. Face painting for the kids, there's a bounce house outside, gallery scavenger hunts, and even some rare American archives on display in our library, some of our great treasures. This has just been the highlight of our day, as it is every year. I congratulate you, I thank you, and to everyone who supports this wonderful institution, thank you all for being here. I wish you all the joy of independence. And as we conclude, if you would please rise as we enjoy the singing by Dr. Edwards Burrs of God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, through the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
This honorable court stands adjourned, sine die. God save the United States and this honorable court.